Guess I better hang up my overcoat. It gets all wrinkled. There. I'll get a hanger for it one of these days.
Dear sir.
Huh? Oh, yes. Dear sir. Dear sir, it's been brought to my attention by one of the members of my extensive staff that your water bill is unpaid. Where's that letter the gas company sent me? Oh, yeah, here it is. We feel sure this has been an oversight on your part and that you will rectify the omission immediately. How does that sound, Prudence?
Well, I'm sure it won't be misunderstood.
Yeah, get directly to the point, Prudence. That's my motto.
Oh, I like that, Mr. Gildersleeve. My employer in New York is that sort of man, too.
Oh? Does he dictate a pretty good letter?
Oh, yes. Oh, but you do, too, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, thanks. Do you mind if I ask you a question, Prudence?
Why, of course not.
Does your New York boss ever dictate at night?
Well, very rarely. And only when there's a very heavy schedule.
Would you take dictation from me at night if there was a very heavy schedule?
Well, I suppose so. What's the schedule?
Yeah. Well, first some dictation, then some dinner, the movie, and maybe a drive in the country.
Well, that sounds like a pretty heavy work schedule.
Oh? Well, then we'll just leave the dictation out.
I'll think about it, Mr. Gildersleeve. Let's finish our work first.
Work? Oh, yes, that. Here's the letter. I have to sign it. Yours sincerely.
Hello, Gildy. Anybody home?
Who in the world is that?
I don't blame you. It's Hooker. Not in here, Horace. Old friend?
Morning, Gildy. Well.
Yes.
You've certainly made some improvements around here.
Miss Kilpatrick, may I present Judge Hooker?
How do you-
Horace, Miss Kilpatrick.
How do you do, Judge Hooker?
How do you do, Miss Kilpatrick? This is a pleasant surprise.
Miss Kilpatrick is filling in for Bessie today, and I'm very busy, Horace.
I don't wonder.
I was dictating a letter, and you interrupted a very important thought.
Never let it be said that I interrupted one of your important thoughts, Gildy. Pray continue.
Where was I, Prudence?
Yours sincerely.
Oh, yes. Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve.
That's the most important thought you ever had, isn't it, Gildy?
Listen, you old goat. That'll be all for now, Prudence. Thank you.
Yes, sir, Mr. Gildersleeve. Oh, to whom shall I address the letter?
Oh, there's a big black book in the drawer out there. Just look through it till you find somebody who's delinquent.
All right. Well, it was nice to have met you, Judge Hooker.
The pleasure is all mine, and I hope there'll be more of it.
Oh, you're very gallant.
That isn't all.
Will you be in Summerfield permanently, Miss Kilpatrick?
Well, I'll be here for a while. I'm visiting my cousin, Bessie.
You remember Bessie, Horace?
Well, we're neighbors. Bessie lives only a block and a half from my place.
Yes, I've been thinking of giving Bessie a raise so she could move to a better neighborhood.
I should consider it an honor to drive you home after work, Miss Kilpatrick.
Wait a minute, you old goat. I'll drive her home.
Don't be silly, Gildy. It's out of your way.
Oh, I wouldn't want to inconvenience Mr. Gildersleeve.
Then it's settled. I always try to be a good neighbor.
Yeah, well, I haven't seen you driving Bessie home.
Don't change the subject, Gildy. And there are a number of historical points of interest around our fair city, Miss Kilpatrick, including the old mill house where I was born.
She's not interested in ancient history, Horace.
So perhaps on the way home this afternoon, you'd
Darn it, Horace, I can show her the historical spots. Prudence, what about what I asked you about?
Oh, as I said, Mr. Gildersleeve, I'll have to think it over.
And may I show you the historical spots, Miss Kilpatrick?
Well, I'd be delighted.
Oh.
Have you heard the news, cheese lovers? Kraft American is back.
Kraft American is back. Oh, that's wonderful. Will my husband be pleased? Kraft American is back.
Yes, genuine Kraft American pasteurized processed cheese with the medium mellow cheddar flavor you've hankered for. Dependable Kraft American that always toasts and melts to perfection. You remember how famous it was before the war. Well, this past year, Kraft has frankly told you that it would take time to make and age cheddars to produce enough Kraft American so all of you could have it. And now it's here. Look for the blue half-pound package.
Marked Kraft American.
Look for the 2-pound loaf.
Marked Kraft American.
And when you buy a portion or sandwich-sized slices from a 5-pound loaf, ask always to see the wrapper.
Marked Kraft American.
You no longer need to make do with substitutes. A food store near you now has genuine Kraft American with the mellow cheddar goodness you've wanted for so long. And now let's get back to the great Gildersleeve. In the matter of dating his new secretary, Prudence Kilpatrick, some progress has been made. But it seems to Gildersleeve that it's Judge Hooker who has made all the progress. So now we find the great man going all out to win the fair lady, at least for an evening at the Bijou.
Well, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. How are things at the office?
Not so good, Peavy. As a matter of fact, things are terrible. That's why I'm here.
Well, what can I do for you? More erasers?
No, I came after a box of candy.
Candy?
That's right, Peavy. For my secretary. Candy is the first prerequisite of a well-managed office.
Well, no, I wouldn't say that.
Peavy, you argue too much. Don't you have any candy?
Oh, I think I have a few Valentine boxes left over, Mr. Gildersleeve. They're not over here.
I don't want any leftover Valentine candy, Peavy. I want something fresh.
I guess you wouldn't take one even at a discount.
No. Valentine's Day is past. It's a long time till next Valentine.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
I do want something a little fancy, though. How much is that box over there?
That one is $7, Mr. Gildersleeve.
$7? It is a little gaudy, isn't it? How much is the red box here at the front of the case?
You don't like any of these on top?
Why is it you don't want to sell me that one? That's the box I want.
All right, Mr. Gildersleeve, I'll dig it out for you.
It's the one in front of my finger. No. Farther back, Peavy. Near the ant powder. Right behind the two you knocked over, Peavy. Yeah, that's it.
I had to do this yesterday, too. Now, this box retails for $4.44, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Wow, that's kind of steep, isn't it?
Well, I imagine the red cellophane brings cost up a little. Probably not worth it.
It is pretty, though.
Bessie feeling well these days, I see?
Bessie? Oh, yeah, she's got a toothache.
Oh, that's too bad. I understand there are a number of caramels in this assortment, Mr. Gildersleeve. Chewy ones.
Well, all the better, Peavy.
Well, now, you really think so?
Oh, definitely, Peavy. Good exercise for the jaws.
Well, I hadn't thought of it in just that way.
Wrap it up, Peavy. Real pretty now. Oh, and I need a card to go with it.
The card? We have a nice assortment in the rack here. The conservative ones are on this side.
Well, I'm not feeling very conservative today, Peavy.
Well, the others are popular, too. Here's a nice one, only 15 cents.
Now, let's see what it says. With this gift, I want to tell how I think you're pretty swell. So when you're near, or even farther, happy birthday, dear grandfather. Birthday?
I guess that's not exactly what you're looking for.
I should say it isn't.
Well, how's this one, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Grandfather. I suppose this one's the grandma. And a small token from one who admires you from afar. That's better. Peavy, I'll take this one.
That card is it? Let me see. 45 cents, I believe.
40? Oh, well. Where can I write a little note on this, Peavy? I want to add a few words.
No, so just use the top of the counter. Here, I'll push the cough drops back a little.
Yeah, thank you. Let's see now. What shall I say? For my charming secretary, in the hope that she will be my guest tonight at the Bijou in the balcony. There. Hooker doesn't realize the kind of competition he's bucking. I'll just stick the card here in the fold.
And that'll be $4.89, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, I hope it's worth it. Here's a 5, Peavy.
Thank you. That was $4.89, 90, and 10 makes $5, I believe. Call again, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Well, we may be in for a couple of Cokes later, Peavy.
I hope Bessie gets you feeling better.
Bessie? Who cares about Bessie?
Sometimes I think Leroy has the right idea about him. What a character.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Zippity-doo. Prudence. Prudence, it's me. Are you here? Guess not. Maybe she's in my office. Well, she isn't here. Well, when she gets back, I'll ask her to lunch. What's this? A note on the desk. Addressed to me. Dear Mr. Gildersleeve, she called me dear. I've gone to lunch with Judge Hooker. Oh, Hooker? He assured me it was common procedure for Bessie to go out because you were seldom in the office anyway. Darn that Hooker. I bet he asked her to go somewhere else tonight, too. By George Gildersleeve, this calls for some kind of strategy. I know. I'll just leave this candy on her desk here and...
Well, Commissioner, come right in.
Well, thanks, Floyd. Floyd, there's something I want to talk to you about.
All right. Hop up in the chair. Now, what'll it be? A shave?
Well, I could use a nice slow shave and a little chat.
You come to the right place. Hold your chin up, Commissioner. Both of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't mind if I hurry a bit, do you, Commissioner?
What do you mean?
The judge stuck his head in the door a few minutes ago and said he'd be back to get spruced up.
Who does that old goat think he is? Casanova? Just leave the sideburns a little long this time, Floyd.
Okay.
Say, Floyd.
Yeah?
Didn't the Jolly Boys get a challenge to a bowling match from a club over in Middletown?
Yeah, that's right, we did. The Middletown Men's Club.
What did we ever do about that?
Agreed to accept the challenge and let it go at that.
Oh, by George, we ought to be getting in some practice, Floyd.
Wouldn't do no harm, Commissioner. I ain't seen a bowling ball in so long, if one come in, I'd think it was a customer.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference at that.
Very good, very good. Now, about this bowling. We're all a little rusty. You take Judge Hooker. Did you know that he used to roll between 225 and 250 regularly?
No kidding? I didn't think he could lift a bowling ball, let alone roll one.
Oh. He's very tricky, the old goat. You know what you ought to do, Floyd?
What?
You ought to get all the Jolly Boys down to the bowling alley tonight for a little workout.
You single men just don't understand how the female mind works, do you?
Yes. What do you mean?
If I went home and announced I was going to the bowling alley tonight, I'd get a workout before I got there.
But, Floyd, the honor of the Jolly Boys is at stake.
Oh, well, Commissioner, if you put it that way.
You mean you'll do it?
Yeah, I guess so. Be awful noisy around my house for a few days. I'd sure like to do a little bowling.
By George, Floyd, I knew we could count on you.
You want me to call all the other Jolly Boys and get them down there?
Tonight. Remember, it must be tonight, Floyd.
Why?
Well, the sooner we get started, the better.
Oh.
And don't forget the judge. We want him there, especially.
Well, that should be easy. He ain't married.
Very funny, Floyd.
Darn good idea to get that practice in.
That's right, Floyd. It's for the good of the Jolly Boys.
You bet. Well, there you are, Commissioner. All nice and slick. That'll be 6 bits.
Yeah, here's $1, Floyd. Keep the change.
Thanks. Hey, are you feeling all right?
I'm feeling better anyway. I'll see you around, Floyd. Don't dull your razor on Judge Hooker.
See you tonight at the bowling alley.
I'm afraid I can't make it tonight, Floyd, but you've got a darn good idea there.